Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Bscene TV. I'm your host, Will Wilson, but I might look like a Disney character, Elsa from Frozen. Our reporters have a special Halloween feature for you. Get prepared, because this is Bscene TV. Stay tuned for a little later on in the episode when we re-gear, because we have a powerful interview with a musician who escaped the wars of Sudan and is now using his music to promote peace. Here is a sneak peek.
My music for me is very important because it is the way that I express myself. At the same time, it is a way of myself sharing my story with the world. From my experience as someone who came from a place where there is war, it was really very tough to see the horrible experiences of war and hard life and being displaced, families being displaced. It's really very horrible. And for me, as someone who came from there, I just thank God to be alive and to be here today and share experience with the Canadian audience.
What an incredible story. Stay tuned for a little later on the episode to see the full interview. Well, the costume I'm wearing has a special story to it, a story worth 40 years. And our reporter, Brittany Broderson, finds out that it's a family enterprise.
Hey everyone, I'm Brittany Broderson with Bscene TV, and I'm here at the Mask Costumes to check out a 40-year legacy. Let's go in and take a look.
Mom started designing when she was about 13. She was just always creative, so she started sewing when she was very young, making clothes for herself. She was a tall lady. She was 5'11" back in the day, and they didn't make nice clothing for taller women, so she started sewing for herself back then. We had a basement full of costumes, and her mom and dad decided to open up a costume shop. The Mask was opened 40 years ago, September 8th. We have an excellent clientele. We are the only year-round costume rental shop in the city. We have a costume maker here whose name is Brian, and he has created a few costumes on his own, such as Elsa.
I'm Linda Booth, and I'm one of the owners here at the Mask. I've been part of the Mask since it started doing business in Calgary 40 years ago. I'm the daughter-in-law of the original owners. 8 years ago, my sister-in-law and I purchased the business, but as with any family business, it's been a member, the extra member of the family for all the time I've been married to my husband. The history of the company, because the company was started by my in-laws, Donna and Ivan Booth, and my mother-in-law designed and made so many of the costumes. It's always been a part of our family. We have so many of our original costumes we still use them today, or even if we don't use them, we can't quite part with them because they just do mean a lot to us.
Costume making really does run in this family. If you want to check anything out, come down to the Mask Costumes on McLeod Trail. For Bscene TV, I'm Brittany Broderson.
While we are on the topic of costumes, let's take a look at what our Bscene TV team was wearing. more Halloween special for this episode. Our reporter Darcy takes us through the haunted houses at Screamfest. And this was my first year of going to Screamfest, and it really lives up to its name. Darcy, walk us through.
Hey there, I'm Darcy Waters, and right now I'm at Screamfest. I'm checking out some of the games, and a little later I'll be looking at the haunted houses. So, let's go check it out.
Gentlemen, we have the freak show right here. We death from the bottoms of hell, playing the best in music that makes your ears bleed. Over here I have Miss Ariel Lie, very titillating, isn't she, people? And she makes a killer lasagna.
So I'm here with Chainsaw, one of the roamers at Calgary Screamfest. So Chainsaw, tell me what your favorite part of Halloween is.
Dressing up and scaring people.
Very good answer. So, when you're not working at Screamfest, what do you do?
Bottle up the rates for 11 months of the year.
Nice, so you can go scare more people?
Yes.
Nice. So, for the people that are hesitant about coming to Screamfest, what do you have to say to them?
Man up.
Man up.
Man up.
Nice. All right, can we see you in action?
I don't know.
Can we get a picture with you? That you have it? That's Screamfest. Oh my god! Oh my god! Holy! Oh my god! Ah! Oh my god! Ah! Oh, look at that. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! They screamed my name! I know. Oh god. I'm so scared. Oh my god. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh. Oh, there's oh my god! Oh. Is this games here are not like your average carnival games. They've got a spooky Halloween twist. Instead of basketball, you're throwing severed heads into demons' mouths. And instead of throwing darts at a board, you're throwing them at a spinning wheel with a body on it. At the Grandstand Building at Stampede Park, every weekend until November 1st, from 7 p.m. till midnight. This is a PG-13 event, so you might want to leave the little ones home. Otherwise, this was a really fun event. For more details, check out www.screamfest.ca. From Bscene TV, I'm Darcy Waters. Back to you, Will.
Thank you, Darcy. So if you need an adrenaline rush this month, head down to the Scream Fest at the Grandstand. Well, we're re-gearing now because we have some incredible musicians. Our reporter, Jennifer Aquino, finds some amazing talent.
I'm Mary Kate Aquino. I am 13 years old and I sing.
Mary Kate, a local performer in Calgary, started singing at the young age of 3. Her natural talent is supported by family, friends, and fans.
I feel like blessed. I also feel like inspired because the people that support me, they just inspire me to be a better singer.
With a big voice for a small girl, Mary Kate shares her words of motivation.
Don't give up. You always have to keep going, even if you try your hardest. If you put yourself down, it won't get you anywhere. So you always gotta, what I like to say is never let your heart down. Because if you let your heart down, it won't take you anywhere.
Mary Kate has accomplished a lot through the years, starting simple and joining local singing competitions. Having been to Toronto and the States to fulfill her dreams, Mary Kate came out with a debut album in 2009 and recently recorded 2 demo singles in California this summer. Her inspiration for reaching the top never ends. Ashley Rosales, a fellow performer and friend, has seen the journey of Mary Kate's talent.
She's improved dramatically. She's an amazing performer overall, and I can see a bright and successful future for her in music in general.
Even at such a young age, Mary Kate has accomplished a lot, but with everything that she achieves, each day she grows as a performer. For Bscene TV, I'm Jennifer Aquino.
Hi everyone, I'm today's guest host, Victor Kalika. Bscene TV is about getting you behind the scenes to hear celebrities' powerful life stories. Earlier this week, Will had a studio interview with musician David J. David. However, his music is different because he lived and witnessed war. And now he uses his passion for music to promote peace. Here's his story.
Imagine your home and family being tangled up in civil war for decades. While it may be harder for many to understand what it's like, our star guest speaker has seen and lived it all. Years ago, he moved to Canada from Sudan, but never forgot his experience growing up. Now he has dedicated his life to promote peace through his music. Here is David J. David. Thank you so much for joining us. So can you tell us a little bit what it was like to grow up in Sudan?
Thanks, Will, for having me today here. Sure. Actually, from my experience as someone who came from a place where there is war, it was really very tough to see the horrible experiences of war and hard life and being displaced, families being displaced. It's really very horrible. And for me, as someone who came from there, I just thank God to be alive and to be here today and share experience with the Canadian audience.
Absolutely, and a lot of these memories are really well played into your music. Can you discuss a little bit about why your music is so important?
Yeah, my music for me is very important because it is the way that I express myself. At the same time, it is a way of myself sharing my story with the world. So in my music, I've been speaking about different issues, but my main focus is always about peace and love, promoting peace and love and unity among the people.
And you also, you use the internet as a very powerful tool. So not just Canada, you don't just have Canadian audiences, you have audiences all around the world. Can you discuss what that means for you?
Yeah, for me, it is good to use the internet, because nowadays social media is really very powerful weapon. And say that something, for example, happens right now in Japan or in Afghanistan, within few seconds, millions of people around the globe already they do hear about it. So for me, it is a way of interacting and then sharing my story with the world.
And what were some of the hardest things that you went through when you grew up?
Actually, one of the hardest things so far is being away from my family for almost more than 14 years and a half. So it's really very hard for me, but at the same time, it is life, and I'm just lucky still to be alive. So that is the hardest thing up to now.
And your family must be really proud. Like, you come from a family of musicians, so you learned a lot of your instruments from your family, right? Like your dad, is that correct?
That's true.
So they must be really proud to see you on the internet.
Oh yeah, of course. And I can just imagine my siblings when they go on the internet, on Facebook or on YouTube, and then watch my videos. I came from a very long way, and for me, I just feel very proud, because this is something really I achieved, and I work hard for it. And I thank all my family for always being there for me and supporting me.
For sure. And so, how do you think the Canadian audiences react to your music?
Yes, actually, Canada is a multicultural country, and that is one of the things which really made my musical journey very interesting. And I remember when coming here to Canada, I wasn't used to heavy metal or rock music, but I grew up in a house where usually African music and reggae, and my dad was a fan of country music as well. So for me here, to share my musical experience with the Canadian and then see the excitement on their faces, it is totally new experiences for them, and for me it is fun to share my gift with them.
So where do you see the future of your music going?
I can see the future of my music is more about spreading the message and connecting the people and uniting the people. And nowadays I'm almost done from recording my album, Let's Change the World. And it is mostly about peace and love and unity, and then trying to bring all nations together in love and harmony.
So tell us a little bit more about your music. Your CD is coming out pretty soon. It was really, you worked really hard on it. Can you tell us a little bit about, some of your experiences producing it?
Yeah, actually, I've been working on my CD for more than a year right now, and I'm so blessed and lucky to work with diverse musicians who do have diverse ideas, and this added a lot to the style of my music. And for me, it is just about sharing a gift. So it is really very interesting.
And this comes out in November, is that right?
Yes, it's going to be out on November the 8th.
Excellent. So are you preparing something big for that?
Yeah, actually, it's going to happen at the Falcon Ridge Community Association in the Northeast. So it will be from 7 p.m. and it is open to the public. Anybody is welcome to come. And there will be also various other artists who will be coming and then also performing. There will be singers R&B, there will be a rapper, and interesting stuff, so much interesting stuff.
And how do you feel reaching this point now, to being able to release a CD?
Yeah, actually for me, it's one of the greatest achievements in my life. Because in order to have a CD and then, share it with the world, it is not about only 100 people are listening to it. Always a CD is about every musician's. As I said in the beginning, it is about talking and then sharing the message. So for me to share this message with so many number of people, it's one of the very big achievements to myself.
That's pretty exciting. And so how do you feel a lot of people who are in your experience, the same, growing up in a war zone, can you tell us a little bit about how they must feel towards your music?
What I can tell right now, coming from a place where there is war, it's always tough. But I can see them right now, if they are looking at myself and my music, it gives them hope, and it gives them courage. And also I know that it will inspire them more to, like, you know, work harder and then, you know, try to be somebody, because being somebody is a challenge. But as long as you work very hard for it, I believe that, you know, you can do it. So they will be very excited to be in my shoes one day.
Absolutely. So my final question, well, what is one message that you would like to send to the audience today?
My, you know, message to the audience is I would like to thank all the viewers who are watching this. I'm an artist from South Sudan originally, so you need to, like, you know, discover and then also hear and learn more about my music. And my music is available at www.davidjdavid.com, or if you are on Facebook, you can go David J Musician, or simply you can follow me on Twitter at DavidJ1. And it is just more about peace and love and unity.
Excellent. Thank you so much for joining us here today. So you can check out David J. David's music as well as his upcoming CD by going to davidjdavid.com. Well, that's it for Bscene TV. I'm your host, Will Wilson. Find me on Facebook at facebook.com/WillStephWilson. Thanks for joining us. See you next time.